Hypnotic came out after I was nothing but juice, liquor. That came out after I learned better. I was old by the time Hypnotic came. Yeah. Y'all take care, man. Yeah. Mike, you listen. No tequila.
Not today. Not no tequila.
Yeah, because the last time we
because we don't want to.
Yeah, because we had to take. So what? The Eagles ain't. Oh, leave mine alone.
Oh, where you cut mine.
So what? The Eagles ain't win. We still winners from the drive. You know what I'm saying? Keep it all way real. Like, see,
That's yours. Okay. All right.
I don't play about. I don't take. I love the sports. I go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Eagles, Flyers, Sixers. I named everybody. Phillies.
The Phillies.
But I ain't getting all crazy because while you watching it, you get crazy.
Yeah, but they're gonna heart
you have a heart. D said it best. D said it best. You'll have a heart attack. Real rap, you really will have a heart attack. But we went to the Super Bowl.
Huh?
My man Crash said, and I killed. Y'all put all these emojis up now. We ain't mad.
I think we had a great season. So, I mean, nobody expected us to go to the Super Bowl this year.
That's true.
Nobody picked us. They always pick Dallas every year. But I don't know why they pick Dallas every year. Dallas ain't been to the Super Bowl since we started carrying cell phones around.
Yeah, it's political.
I mean, we wasn't even carrying cell phones. Wasn't even an everyday thing. It was those big oaky ones the last time they won. And they always trying to stay relevant in the picture. And they, but anywho, we have been there twice in 5 years. And Jalen really did play a good game. He can't do it by himself. Yeah. I don't know where the defense at. I don't know. They
didn't even play.
Took a nap. I don't
know.
No Fletcher. They was asleep. They was
no Fletcher.
I didn't hear
we ain't had no nothing.
Nobody's name on the defense except for Hargrave and Hargrave and one other Hargrave. How you say Hargrave? Hargrave. I heard his name. I seen Robert Quinn standing there at the end zone looking like he lost something.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, where's Hassan Riddick? Where is Brandon Graham? I didn't hear any of these names called yesterday. And this guy had a bum leg. You mean to tell me, I don't care, get his ass. You mean to tell me they couldn't get him? And then he come back out running around like he got a super dose or something, but I ain't the one to gossip. You know what I'm saying? He went in that locker room, looked like he was in tears. He came back out like he had some ooh-wee. And he had something. Because he definitely went back there and got something because he wasn't even running around like his foot was hurting no more.
He a boy.
He probably did. He had something.
He a boy. He's just a great quarterback.
No, I don't want to hear that. That went back there. He had a good half an hour for it to work in. And he ain't just run on that ankle because he was almost crying before we went out at halftime. And then he come back out a half an hour later like, hey, my leg is healed. So you ain't going to give me that. He went back there and took something. And it wasn't a Tylenol.
Let me say this. All right, but if you think if you look at it from that perspective, then he can also say that he did that on purpose to make you talk about.
Okay.
Like that makes his story even greater. Oh my God, he went in at halftime with an ankle sprain and came and played through it. Do you know how much more of a great story?
I would believe that if I ain't see how he was limping around on it earlier and how he was limping around on it the week before.
But they won, so
and
I
it just so happened that both of those games ended with some crazy penalty, and they got the win. But I just want to say, like Shirley Ralph, honey, you sang and all that, but you was dead wrong for walking up in there with all that red on. I feel like you jinxed us. Y'all to me, I'm a football fan. You come in there with all red. You from Philly. Your husband's a senator here. You should have had green or been neutral. Rihanna had on red. Soon as I seen the seats was red, everything was red, and I was like, we're going to lose this game because it's just too much red flying around here, and it's bothering me.
Well, Rihanna, she looked nice. She was very dressed. I think
soon as I seen his stomach, I'm like, whoa.
ASAP. They
A$AP,
don't call him ASAP Rockin' for nothing.
No, but I mean, honestly, that's a great trade reference.
he said we're gonna
knock
have
her all the way
ASAP,
up.
okay?
Knock her up.
She do it May.
Lock her down.
Okay?
She just did.
She
John ain't even healed.
She didn't even wait 6 weeks.
She ain't even healed, but she get busy.
He said ASAP.
She's not a virgin.
ASAP.
ASAP. Yeah, she looking nice.
She did.
Rihanna looked nice. She looked very pretty. Even though Rihanna is not my type, but Rihanna, the women gave her a lot of. I
like Rihanna. She's one
I'm
of the
Beyonce
that I
freak.
listen to.
Beyonce
I like Beyonce too. I listen to both of them, but
Yeah.
I listen to Rihanna like from the beginning to the end. Some of her albums.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. I do listen to them both.
Yeah. Salute.
They
Geek.
have different styles to me. They don't.
Yeah. Beyonce good, but Beyonce like a
right.
But and then there's really a big difference, Beyonce and Rihanna. So we're gonna get off.
No, definitely they're not. People want to compare them. I wouldn't compare them because they have two different styles.
Well, I ain't even talking styles. It's no comparison. Honestly.
Well, I don't think you can compare the two. They're their own artists in themselves.
And we ain't even gonna differentiate because they both sisters and they doing what they do.
Well, I don't do all that. That's the media.
No, the game.
See, to hype
and because we partially in the game, we gotta even from an independent side of things, we still got, just be conscious. Because salute them sisters though. And Rihanna, I just applaud you because that thing just got. But no, you was cool a long time ago. But wow, no, they must have planned it. But I like that because she gotta accept it. They have no worries. They never have a need for a babysitter. They, financially,
she a billionaire.
Yeah,
she balling. Them kids richer than me.
ASAP Rocky, you did what you were supposed to do.
They nannies is richer than me.
Ooh. Yeah, blow bubbles all in her year though. Absolutely. Yep. Pregnate her.
He seen that
tonight.
Beautiful baby. He said, "We got let's do that again."
Not even if the baby came out unattractive. No, we having three unattractive. Call babies
beautiful.
There you go.
I just call babies
See,
beautiful.
but come on now. Don't make me get like a comedian. It's some all right, I'm getting off that. I ain't no comedians. But I heard comedians say, like,
oh yeah, comedians
say, that's a goddamn lie. Some ugly kids. That goddamn baby ugly. That's why I miss Robin Harrison. Robin Harrison was one of the
ugliest comedians to talk
ugliest
about
comedians
other people is ugly.
And ain't good. Michael Blackson, that was one of his things he came out. I'm black as shit.
Listen, I remember.
I don't give a fuck.
I remember Michael Blackson before he got big. A friend of mine used to do these comedy shows out in what is it up there?
Southwest?
No, Roxborough, up that way.
Okay.
And he used to do these comedy shows. So he had he used to have like stand-up comedians, right? Yeah. And he had this guy that was the comedian for that night. Well, he was friends with Michael Blackson, right? Michael Blackson wasn't on the ticket. We didn't know who he was. The guy was on the stage telling jokes. The next thing you know, Michael Blackson done took the crowd. He started ripping that guy apart from the audience. I was laughing so hard, I literally had to get up and go outside and get some air. And that guy was so mad because it was not his show. He came in there and tore his head. And then when I started seeing him on TV, I was like, oh, that was that guy. To his friend, and he ripped his friend a new one. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Yeah. He killed his whole show.
And while we on Rihanna, we're getting off the Eagles, but we're gonna talk about Rihanna. I just want to say that Rihanna has went through a lot of trials and tribulations in her life, and it just, as a man, it looks good to see her and another individual that had some great notoriety in the business and the culture, show that love, because a lot of things that the game teaches and make manifest and believe, like all the fresh stuff. You ain't got to be whoring and touring. Mm-hmm. That's the moral to the story. Everybody ain't fucking.
Right.
Like sometimes, the game, and I like to see beautiful women and men when they do get together and they share a relationship and love and unity, is a beautiful thing. That's why when I look at Jay-Z and Beyonce,
It's classy.
when Jay made his little mistake, whatever happened, allegedly, he did a 180. He did a complete 180, and I love that as black excellence. Jay-Z and Beyonce is, wow. I wish Diddy could have calmed his ass down, but Diddy, but yeah, Diddy a party boy. But Diddy been there from, that's my idol, Puff Daddy. I love Puff Daddy. Only because he was one of the first millionaires in hip hop, like on the producer side. Like one of the first ones really moving and shaking, being a multi-millionaire. And that just fascinated me. Then especially the accolades that he have and the college background that he had. And he didn't come from the quote unquote block. He ain't come from, the streets like most of us brag and boast about being from some block or being from some territory that's wild to live at. And we all, when you suffering, if you have anybody on your block that's privileged and can't put food on their table, that's a rough area. Because it ain't, when you go to those big houses, like the one I was at, just at this couple, you ain't nobody starving in this area. All the houses $2 million and above. I be on sociology heavy. Ever since I learned it in the jail, studied it, sociology is big. And sometimes we may have to disassociate ourselves with a certain area in order for our minds to grow, to get better, to do better. Certain things manifest when you're around better, And like me and Geek was talking one day, and she was like, I had to take a step back on life just to get. It's always good. That's why short-term goals is I don't even promote long-term goals no more. Like how I was taught. But I got taught, no lie, in jail. And it's crazy because when you learn certain principles, no matter where you learn it from, just implement it. And that was a time where it was like the black man's university. I accepted it as. So when I brag about going to jail, only because I educated myself so much that I'm glad and thank God that I never, been a victim of recidivism, never going back and forth from November 98. That's a hell of an accomplishment. And just cleaning it up so the black brothers out here don't feel like you got to be drug selling to dress nice. No, you don't. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to sell drugs. You ain't got carjack people. You can go get either work for yourself, learn the trade, learn how to paint, sheetrock, whatever it is that you can do, whatever you're good at. You need to promote more barbers. That's what that jail did to a lot of brothers. Gave them a skill when they was in there. I think that was wrong when they took that out of there.
That was on purpose.
Yeah, it really was, Deej. I don't want to start you because I already know. But can you see, because we have kids. Like you a mom. Yes. Geek is a mom. Mothers, since I lost mine, I be feeling lost. But you have so many people you could talk to, it's not the same. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you the reason why real quick. The connection, now I can explain how it feels because it's lost. Even though my cousin and them that's conscious starting to be like, no, it's still because of what people believe. I get it. Still with me. Yep. Mm-hmm. But the connection is lost. You know how I always get this example. Somebody was saying one day when we was talking about horoscopes. I love horoscopes. I got out of it recently in the last 3 years, but I used to love to research horoscopes when I used to start reading it. And then it was so symbolic, and even in the jail, when I got studying from the Islamic perspective, and it was just saying, like, you just can't believe it because some of the stuff is weak and it's untrue and misleading.
But that goes for a reason.
It go back so far that it got a lot of truth to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That, you have some people nowadays still talk about dreams. No, I dreamt this, I dreamt that, and it happened.
And it literally do. Because I'm one of those people that dream stuff
I know.
And it happen.
But I ain't spooky, so I'm not afraid to talk. No, but some people, you have classes of people. Let's keep it real. You wouldn't
Of course.
you wouldn't have religion if it wasn't spooky people. Let's be real.
Because they
and I don't want to grind
took us away
people up.
from all of that.
I know, but I like it because we need a blueprint.
Well,
some people need a blueprint. Some people need the police over them at all times, or they're gonna break crimes. They're gonna at all times. I use it as an example.
Misleading blueprint.
I use this example to a few people I was talking to. They was intellects, millionaires, and they asked me a question, and I replied. I said, "No, I would believe in having more police presence. You know why? Because it's perception." Let me speak from my opinion. Growing up, who I was, who I used to be, the empirical knowledge I have, not being indulgent into the streets anymore. But when I was in the streets carrying guns, selling drugs, I was the main person on the rock band. If people know what I'm saying, I used to love to say that because I was the main drummer. Yep. I got, When we used to see them, we used to go hide, go chill, get out the way, as the phrase is called. They're around, so we ain't around. So if they're around, it will reduce. It will reduce. That's just my opinion. It will reduce some of the chances that he or she has to say, to do what they do. If they always around, and now it has to be a made situation for them to say, F the police. To me, a boy that, if you look at my jacket, you'll talk to me nice, just to say, okay, I understand he talking from empirical knowledge, which means experience. My jacket say, yeah, though. I'm so happy that I'm past that. And it's not fun living that life. Like everybody talking about the young boy. I ain't gonna get into that but we're losing our children and our youth so bad to the stereotype of being a gangster with a gun out down. These young brothers, the recents,
who taught them?
Got a lot gangsters? But it's a learned behavior.
No,
let me say this. I'm only speaking.
Hold up. Let me just say this, because see, what we do is the reason why we never get nowhere, because we don't never get to the meats and the potatoes of the situation. If you got a country ran by gangsters with suits on, these are the ones who bring the guns in. Guns is their thing. Hold up.
We talked about that. They're getting the guns off the internet. They don't need them no more. That's the old school.
This is what I want to say about that.
They don't need no white boys. They don't need no white people.
I've lived in both environments.
Right.
Those people love guns. They will not.
No,
they will not have guns in their house.
No, you're right.
By the hundreds.
They said the government trying to take our guns.
By the hundreds. Now, what they do is they put a false narrative about who is the worst people with the guns when it's actually them. They use the law.
Gilly face.
Hold up. No. They use the laws to cover up their tyranny. Now, when people are in survival mode, people do what they need to do to survive. These people who are police officers, and not all of them, I'm not saying all of them, but because they know the real police laws, not the ones that we think we know, they know why policing in America was created, which was to keep us under control, not to protect us. It was to watch us, to make sure we didn't do nothing. And that means get rich, get poor, live, anything. It was all created for them to keep us in control. They do not treat us with the respect that they treat. You don't even see. First of all, when you say get a stronger police presence, I disagree with that, because you barely see them in their neighborhoods. You barely see them right. They don't patrol in their areas the way they patrol in our areas.
Because the crime ain't going down in their areas.
Because you know why? We see, you're not going to get to the. You got to get to the. No, hold up, listen to this.
You can't.
No, hold up.
Then don't get an answer.
I'm getting ready to give you an answer. When our people was the richest in America, okay?
Hold up.
Listen, why are they not the richest in America anymore? Because every time we excelled, they bombed our shit. They put the fear of God in our people, where our people were afraid of success. They were afraid because every time they got something and they built something, these people who said they didn't want nothing to do with them would come over to, we were segregated. We were not with them. We did not go into their neighborhoods because we knew better. We were the creators of everything here. We built America on our back. We were the farmers, the architects. We are the ones who built Washington, D.C. We built all of these churches. We built all the Masonic builds. Everything that they prospered from, we built. But then when we go to build something and they see, oh, they got something more than us. They got their own airports. They got their own train stations. They got their own bus, because on Black Wall Street, they had all that. They didn't need them. They were rich. They went over there and they bombed that place, and they bombed Rosewood. And so when we speak on the presence of the police, why our communities are the way they are, it's a direct effect of all the tyranny that we have in America. And because they are in control of everything and we don't have no money. So now, just like in Philadelphia, y'all don't want the kids on the street, but y'all close all the schools and a whole bunch of the churches. And although I'm not a church-going person, almost every single school I went to in South Philly is a condominium. It's only one elementary school left in South Philly, McDaniel, the worst one. They left the worst elementary school open. Where are those kids supposed to go to school? So I'm not one of those people that's just going to keep saying, oh, we are. It is a direct.
You're angry, lady.
I'm not angry. See, that's
You're
the whole
angry.
Thing. I'm not angry. I'm just honest.
I ain't going back in the day.
We're not.
I ain't want to cut you
it's
off.
Not back in the day. It's today. What do you mean? They closed the schools down now.
We went off topic with that. You jumped into that
because it goes right.
I forgot even what I wanted to say about my question.
It goes with policing though.
But no.
Like you can't just, and then the police sitting there talking about we not doing nothing out their own mouths until something happens.
No, that was your family member.
No, that's not just my family member. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's not just my family.
I ain't gonna say all of them say that though.
All
of them don't say that.
That's because you ain't listening. That's because y'all hear what y'all want to hear.
I don't talk to them.
Because if you ask me,
I don't talk to the police.
You need to find some reason why.
But I got family
kids
members
won't commit crime. They feel lost. They feel like their life ain't worth nothing. If you got a bunch of people that feel like no matter what they do,
I done got these.
No matter what they do, that they never going to amount to nothing. What do you think they going to do? What do you think they going to do?
All right, well, can I?
Like, let's just keep it real. I'm not going to deal with them. Cut all their asses off. Build some schools and shit. Let their ass go back to the
I ain't going back in the day. Like I said, she ran it.
It's the day.
She got her shit off, didn't she? Yup.
It's the truth, though. That's why
that's your truth.
No, that is facts. That's not my truth. You talking about sociology? I studied sociology in college, and in college, they said that in my sociology class. They said that. That's not me. That's what they're doing in America, and people don't get their heads out of there behind.
I'm not going back in the day.
It's not back in the day though. What are you talking about?
It started from my opinion, right?
No, you were talking about the police and why we need to have more police presence on the street.
Started from my opinion,
They
right?
on the street, sitting in the middle of this daggone street.
Started from my opinion, right?
Looking around.
Answer my question, Khadijah Sams.
You said started from your opinion?
It started from my phrase and my opinion, right?
That police more presence, more police presence.
Yep.
That's what you're saying. But why do you think why you need more police presence?
I explained it.
Because
I explained it.
So what are you going to do?
Run it back. You
said because of the crime. What are you going to do about the people that committing the crime?
One thing at a time. Let's stay on A.
That's
not A,
you
B, C, D, E, F, G.
Like that don't make sense.
See, I don't do that. When I'm having a conversation and dialogue, and I ain't jumping to different subjects.
That's the same subject. Discussion.
No, it's not.
People in survival mode.
I asked, what did I say about why I think that because when the cops is out and their presence is more, it does what?
Because
I'm talking about you ain't a criminal.
The presence of what?
You're not a criminal.
It used to make them move. Now they just hustle right in front of them because they just sitting there. And I see that with my own eyes where I live at. They sitting right there, and they right inside whatever store. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they ain't that scared no more.
All right, we off the cops.
They not.
All right, we off the cops.
They shoot.
We went into Rihanna. These. I'm gonna tell you. Look, you need a show with Star. My cousin Star.
Yes, that's my girl.
No, that's
my girl right there, Star.
But I ain't.
Cause you know why? Because if we not gonna get to the bottom of it, we not going. You can't put. That's just like putting a Band-Aid. If you come over and slice my leg with a scalpel, and then I try to put one Band-Aid on it, the police crime, and I'm gonna put a Band-Aid. The police being in the community do not stop the crime, because if that's the case, the jails wouldn't be full. First of all, that's their job.
Huh?
So
how they get there?
They
walking there by themselves?
They need crime.
Do they walking there by themselves?
No, but what about
that wasn't right?
What about people that's in jail that ain't commit no? What about people that's in jail that ain't commit no crime?
They don't walking there by themselves. These
whatever.
Leave them people alone.
If you ask 1,000 police, do you want crime to stop in America? Because where they gonna work at? And where's the judges going to work at? And where's the district attorneys going to work at? And where's the lawyers that work for them? It's just the bottom line. Like, that's the judicial system is based off us.
See, the
whole judicial system.
I don't look at life like that.
Well, because you ain't looking, because you ain't studying sociology. You saying you is, but you ain't.
No, I did when I moved away from you.
They built the prisons in
I did, and moved away from you.
They built the prisons where they closed the factories at.
I moved away from you angry people, and now I'm back.
I love my people.
I'm trying to move. I love y'all too. I'm trying to move from yous again.
I don't want to move around the fake ones either. They act like they like you, but they don't.
I'm keeping it 1,000. You understand me? You know what I mean?
We all want to live in a great neighborhood.
Deej likes to. She's. Let me just.
I'm gonna keep it realer.
No,
I'm very passionate because I seen so much stuff, like it with my own 2 eyes. So to see the things that I have seen, and then to pretend that all the other stuff that goes with it is not a direct effect, that's not me, because that's BS. And they don't want to stop no crime because they ain't gonna have no damn jobs. So that don't make sense. They ain't gonna have no prisons or none of that.
That's not my opinion. That's hers.
Well, it's the truth.
No.
You know how much money the judicial system make?
See, because
But they don't like them white collar crime. They be out there robbing. What they get? 5 years in the country.
See, I can't talk. I would have to talk to. See, it makes me contest who's saying it. You're not a criminal. You acting like you. Like,
I don't care. I got family that been criminals.
I
have family that been criminals.
So
it
you're
don't matter.
speaking off of non-empirical knowledge.
That is empirical knowledge.
No, you judging as a writer.
When I'm in the
you're a writer.
No,
you
when I'm in the visiting room every Saturday. When I'm sitting in the visiting room,
play with guns, go to drugs.
When I'm sitting in the visiting room every Saturday from 8 to 4 for 15 years, don't tell me I had to deal with it. I had to deal with it. I sat in the visiting room longer than you sat in prison. I sat in the visiting room for 15 years.
You only get an hour.
For
Stop playing.
Not in the feds.
Max 2 hours. Yes,
at Greater Ford. No, you don't. You crazy. You're sitting there all day. That's how you don't even know.
I never been to the feds.
Greater Ford too.
And you haven't either. You only you are a visitor. Other side.
So what?
That's not the same thing.
I know what my people is dealing with when they in there.
That's not the same thing.
Who's calling the counselors at the jail? Who's dealing with the courts? Who's dealing with the attorneys? Me.
That's not the same thing.
It don't matter.
You was a consumer.
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you what I see.
You was a consumer, not a felon.
It doesn't matter. When the laws say they gonna make a war on drugs, and then a person that don't kill nobody, all they do is sell some drugs to somebody that want to get high.
Why you ain't gonna be Eternal Affairs or something?
No, not Eternal Affairs.
What would you be?
I actually don't want to work for the system at all because the system don't work.
No, you gotta be somebody.
You can't be honest.
You a politician.
I can be a truth speaker.
You're
and
a politician.
An activist for my people because all that. I'm not a politician.
Well, what are you fighting for?
The truth.
Reparations.
Definitely reparations. Definitely.
Reparations.
Definitely reparations. Reparations
See,
for sure.
Me ain't no friend.
For sure.
Reparations.
For sure, because I'm never giving none of them no credit for nothing because they destroyed us.
You're never ever gonna get it.
Nope, not from me.
Never ever gonna get it.
We ain't fake jacking over here.
Because
I don't because I can't because to me that's not
I can't get my opinion off these. I can't. Go ahead. You want to stay keeping? Come on, you got to talk to the people, D. Come on, Geek. You got to get a mic if you're going to. Come on. Because that's not fair that nobody, the people that's listening don't know what you're saying.
Talking about. I ain't stayed there that long, but I have been like
when I was in jail, it was white girls.
How long did you do?
I was in there.
Where they lived at?
For a weekend.
For a weekend.
See, you hear this shit?
Listen. A weekend let me know I don't ever want to go back.
Right, no, that's
I
real.
can't live like that. I'm sorry. I don't like being told what to do, first of all. I don't want to shower with other bitches. I'm sorry, no. And you're not going to feed me what you want to feed me. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. That weekend, when they say,
I was in there for one day.
When they say scared straight.
and I wasn't scared. I was like, this some
bullshit. 24 hours. I was up Grantsford. I was in the feds.
I was in the county.
She was in there 24 hours.
WCI, okay, for the weekend.
You was in the visiting room by a snack.
I was cool when they first picked me up and put me in the boys' prison. Because I stayed the night there. I was cool in the boys' prison.
Right.
Yo, Shorty, you good? You good, Shorty? Want some snacks?
Them girls come to my...
Right.
The girls
they were hard.
No, they wasn't. It was just...
They be like this.
It's not a place I want to be.
Who would
no,
it's not a place I ever want to get used to. But what I did notice is... What I noticed is much as they talk about black girls, this, that, and the third, it was mostly white girls in there. And they was returned white girls from being on drugs.
That's
in my cell, I had 2 white girls. I had the one white lady, she still had 9 more months to go. She was clean. She used to use the maxi pads to clean. She had the clear TV. We watched A&E all day. This girl came in the middle of the night on the floor, sick. And I'm about to cuss this. Ooh, she down there shaking. I said, what's wrong with you?
She was withdrawn.
She needed something.
She withdrawn. She's sick. She got to get it together because
she's throwing up and carrying.
It was white girls. And then when we went to the little judge on the TV, white girls.
Because you were in the county.
What you doing back in here again?
You was in the county?
You were in the county, though, right? It was
WCI. It was
WCI Wilmington. Oh, yeah.
See, the population over
Women's
there.
Correctional and whatever.
All right, tell us about your 24 hours, Deej.
They locked me up for child support.
Where was you at? Oh, they ain't no jail, y'all. See,
I was in the cell.
Let me just say this.
I couldn't open the door.
Give me your experience. What happened, Deej?
My daughter got locked up, and they told me I had to pay child support while she was in boot camp.
Oh, shit.
And they wasn't giving her nothing in boot camp. I was up there at Cole Township at the boot camp every week, taking her everything she needed, clothes, coat. So they was like, you got to pay child support. And I said, and I will not be paying child support.
And they said, put your 24 hours sitting there, goddamn.
And they locked me up for that because they wouldn't, I didn't need
That's why you angry.
No,
Deej just snapped out.
I'm angry
because she did 24 hours. Where was you at, Deej?
I was in Lycoming County.
She was in East Bubblefuck, Lycoming County. That's up Luzerne County. That shit. That's not 5 hours away.
That's in Lycoming County.
That's 5 hours from Philly.
Luzerne and Lycoming is 2 different counties.
That's all. See,
they 2 different places.
See, that's all the same. You know what I mean? No, I ain't agreeing with Deej because we need.
Hey, Faye.
We need the goddams around to like this. You know what I judge things off of? Not how we're learning to read the science of creation because it talks to us. Meaning, you see young boys that look a little shiesty or young girls look a little shiesty. You're going to, do what you have to do to maneuver, play defense. Or you ain't going to no ATM when you see a bunch of people hanging on the side. I ain't going to that ATM.
You don't see lawyers that look shiesty?
No, I'm just saying, hear me out. Let me finish, Deej. Let me finish. The more through my whole damn.
You say you see young boys looking shiesty.
Yeah, but do you watch the carjackings that go on? What they take a lot of men got their cars jacked, but the women. That lady that was coming out with her daughter, it's bad. And it ain't them, it's us. It's young black men. Now, I'm not going to judge like these did. A little bit, respectfully. Y'all moms, I'd be like, oh, I could tell what kind of mom. Like the 3 young boys that just robbed a lady. 14, 15 years old. Now they got all their pictures. Bang, boom, bang. Because they got from different cameras. 14, 15, and 16. Y'all moms. What I would ask a mom, what would you do if you knew that was your son, like the lady turned her son in? What would you do if that was your son? You can't control him. He ain't listening to you. I already know. If they got enough heart to go beat up a lady, rob her, and take her shit. These are 3 young men. So when I see that as a man that play with guns, can fight real good, still beat your ass, I'll be like, something gotta get done. Y'all, it's way beyond all that back in the day shit we owed and all that.
Do you watch those crime
Let me
shows?
wait a minute. Let me finish.
Our community.
I'm in the hood. I live uptown.
It ain't
I've been
every-
up to listen to me, D's.
everywhere.
Excuse me. I be everywhere. I be down Southwest, West Philly, 4 blocks where you at.
All right, so what you gonna do about it?
We need help. The community
What kind of
can't.
help?
First of all, the community is scared as shit,
What kind
and
of
I
help?
understand why. Because these young boys will shoot your fucking head off.
Well, that's because the old
Let me
heads
finish.
instilled that
Let me
shit.
rant. You ran it. You had your turn. You talked about the police. Talk about these young niggas. These young, ignorant ass young boys. Fuck y'all young boys. Y'all out of pocket. Y'all carjacking our women. These are somebody's mothers and wives. And it's a shame because really ain't nothing we can do.
Why not?
I'm just speaking for me. Cause listen, unless you ain't out there.
Oh, I talk to the youth. So
That ain't what I'm talking about.
check
See,
them.
that
Yeah,
ain't
check
see
them.
how we was growing up. Our old heads, even if they played with knives too or whatever they did, but they could fight, they'd beat our ass.
But the old heads, y'all generation don't talk to
I'm
them.
just-
You like
No,
fuck out of here.
But let's go back to it. Wait a minute.
Y'all like fuck out of
the
here. Y'all drop the
moms,
ball.
no, they live with you. The men, all right,
It
let's
don't
get
have
some
to come
humor.
from a bad
Let's get some
household.
humor. Niggas ain't even got no houses.
No, I'm talking about.
They live with their mothers. They live with these moms. They live with these mothers.
That's not absolutely true. Because my daughter
Man,
went to
that's-
jail for
so-
5 years, and I didn't teach her none of that shit. She got that shit off the
Starts at
street.
home. Starts at home.
So you're saying because my daughter went to prison
I ain't
upstate.
talking about your daughter.
No,
we talking
but-
about that.
but
Your
when you
daughter ain't.
say- my-
Every shooting,
But
every
what I'm saying
carjacking that I
is,
see,
you can't always
every
say that it's the
carjacking,
parents.
I'm going to overtalk you on this one. Every carjacking, every shooting that I see is not women. So we talking about your daughter. We
I
talking about
seen
these
2
nut
young
ass
girls just
niggas.
went to jail for robbing a goddamn
Oh, that's
Chinese
once.
store.
Oh, that's one.
That's not once. These young
It's
girls
these
is
young
getting worse
boys.
and worse.
He's these young boys.
So what are your generation that's over these young
I don't
boys
like it.
wanna
Y'all
say? Y'all sit there,
y'all
condemn 'em.
kidnapping our women. Y'all
This one-
carjacking our women. Y'all carjacking our women, man. Taking their cars.
It didn't just start. I got robbed of my shit when I was a
Man,
teenager.
I'm off this joint.
Uh,
I'm off
no,
this
you
joint. Let
acting
these
like it
do the
just
rest.
started.
I don't want to talk no more on this
You
joint.
acting like it just
I don't want to
started.
talk no more because
Y'all
I'm
not-
going
y'all
to
be a-
keep
don't
going.
be a part of
And
the
I
problem,
don't like
be a
these
part of
young
the
boys
solution.
out here.
And that's what they said. They said
Man.
the old heads don't fuck with us. I heard a
I'm
young,
outside with the young
I heard
boys
a young boy say the old heads, they don't even talk to us. They don't fuck with us.
because they don't listen.
Well, how would you
They
know
don't listen.
they not listening if you ain't talking
They
to
don't
them?
listen. I've been talking to them.
How many?
Wallow talking to them.
Some of them
Gil
listening
talking
though.
to them.
Some of them listening.
LGB Quad talking to them.
So why you saying they ain't
Manny
listening?
215 talking to them.
Is you going down?
It's people
is you
trying.
going down to the corner?
Dowell Bay
and
talking
they-
to them. The Chancellor's Foundation down South
hear you.
Philly talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You about to?
It's people trying. John Don Harrell talk to him. Tech
Some
Core
people
2
don't need to
Tech
talk to
Core
no
2
fuck
talk to him. They don't even want to take up trades.
Where they gonna take up trades at?
Man, these go get them then.
Where they gonna take up trades? Didn't they
You
close all
taking
the
up
trades?
for these
Didn't
ignorant
they
ass young
close all
boys.
the trade high schools
These
down?
taking up. I ain't taking up for them.
Well, I love these kids.
I'll keep it. I love them too. I ain't saying I don't love them.
I love them,
ain't-
and I ain't
Man,
about to sit
they'll
here
rob your
and
ass.
act like
and take your shit.
They didn't though. They didn't though. Cause guess what? I got robbed, and it wasn't by these kids. It was by people your age.
They was
your age back in the day, around your age, they robbed me.
See,
so not these young boys now.
I
rob me.
don't condone.
They've been doing the same thing.
I don't like
they
it.
Kids, probably
I
want to
speak out about it because I'm a black man watching it
we need
on social medias. Man, I'm just tired of it, and I don't like it.
In order for people to get out of survival mode, you must find them something to do. When we had schools in the city that was trade schools, they closed them all down. So if a kid don't have nothing to do, what are you going to do? If they don't have no recreation centers, they don't have no PAL, they don't have no schools.
What can you tell the moms? What can you tell the moms now? Do your homework.
This is what I would tell all
wait a minute.
black women don't have no kids in America.
I had a question. As serious as cancer. The average dancer, hyper in the country, like nobody's smiling. No, every time I say that, I always think about that song. No, real rap. I want you to do some research because you're good with this. Look how many men that just got arrested or did a shooting that got arrested in the last 60 days, and look where their parents is. Just do the social. You see, we talk about sociology.
Wait a
minute, Deej. No, don't make no excuse.
I know. I was at work all the time. That's the first thing my daughter say. The first thing my daughter said to me was, "Mom, I'm saying it. Because I am though. Because I'm going to speak on my own. I don't care. I'm gonna speak on my own experience. I'm gonna speak on my own experience, and I'm not ashamed of my experience.
No, it's not about being ashamed.
The first thing she said to me was, "Mom, you were never home." But I wasn't out smoking crack. I had to take care of 2 kids by myself, which means I had to work 2 jobs. Now,
you're not a natural born killer. You're not out here taking people SRTs, taking people fast cars, robbing them at gunpoint to go do drills. We're not talking about you, Sister Khadijah Sams, the WillPower Queen.
It's not the point.
Damn.
You're missing the point.
No, I missed the point.
Because a lot of parents don't be knowing what their kids be out here doing.
Yes, they do. Yes,
I'm telling you for my own.
Or like she said, that is the problem.
For my own experience.
They know. No, because we ain't slow. No, we know what somebody doing some shit.
I found out eventually, but when I found out, I was like,
we can't use your life.
But what I'm telling you
for the world,
it's the thing.
We talking about the whole city of Philadelphia and the crime.
You put them in sports and activities, which is true.
That is true. That's why I said it went back to.
But then you got to pay $200 or $300 for equipment. What about if you ain't got it?
No, Simon's Playground, I know for uptown, Simon's Playground is still around. They got skating facilities, and you can go play basketball. You can go play a lot of things. They just don't utilize it. Like Philly Playground is still around. Mm-hmm. You got Sturgis down South Philly.
They closed half of the recreation centers down, and they don't keep nobody in there full time.
No, the kids is too cool. They don't want to play ball no more.
That's
they don't
not true.
Go...
Kids play ball all the time.
All right. Well, some of them. Again, we're not
Start
talking
with
about...
the little kids. If you ain't going to be able to get your head around the teenagers, the 18, 19-year-old, what about the little kids? What about the 10-year-olds and the 9-year-olds and all those ages?
Sister Africa, your name is Khadijah Africa. You strong. You be on point. I ain't saying that.
I just see a lot of
things.
you
be on point.
And I've been around a lot of people.
But me, in my life, I always say this. I'm not going backwards.
Shut up, Shia.
I'm not going backwards.
We ain't going forward.
These we shall overcome.
No, we haven't overcame. That's the whole thing.
We shall overcome someday.
If you think it's funny, why are we still going through the same thing that Martin Luther King was getting hosed down in the street for?
Oh my God, Martin is out of here.
Exactly. If you saying that though, nothing happened though. It's the same, or it's worse.
Jeez.
It's worse now because now they blatantly out here doing stuff.
Auntie, chill.
Never.
Chill. You one of them moms.
I'm never gonna chill.
You one of them moms from South Philly that had all the nephews and uncles that was doing all the robbing people and living in your fucking house. Yup, you was the crib where you bought Call of Duty and you bought Grand Theft Auto. That teaches the same shit that we talk about.
Whatever.
On the news. You did.
Whatever.
We call them and
you promote rap music that talk about shooting and killing people.
Well.
So don't even go there
I get paid. Yeah, give me a check. fucking right.
See?
Hello.
So you can't even go
If you dumb enough to do the crime, then you gonna do the time.
Well, you can't
Don't
you can't be a part of saying that
remember
the young
Beretta?
boys need
You
to
from
do
the old
this.
school?
If you
remember
want to promote
Beretta?
it,
You
yeah.
from the old school?
Fucking
How the
parrot,
song
the
go?
whole parrot and everything.
Don't
Keep
do
your
the crime
eye on
if
the
you
sparrow.
did. Don't do it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm taking her down to wherever they got registered to be.
I don't want to be a politician.
You're going to be something,
because
Deez.
you can't do nothing. You can't fix nothing.
How you saying change?
You can't fix nothing.
You saying Sam Cooke, a change going to come, and you ain't doing it.
It ain't going to I do it outside. It's not going to come in politicians because politicians is puppets. They have to do what they're told.
Now you grinding.
No, they are. Because my girlfriend was running for state rep, and I was working on her campaign.
So she was a puppet?
She didn't do it.
Was your girlfriend a puppet?
She wasn't.
She did it?
And no, she
How long
wasn't.
she did it for?
Let me tell you something.
How long she did it for?
She didn't win because you know why?
How long she did it for, though?
She didn't
How long
win.
did she get
She
the
ran. She didn't
So
get
she
to
win?
do. She's in the community. She has a
question,
Lena Horne Foundation for the youth. But when she was running for state rep,
so she ran.
And guess what?
How many, wait a minute.
These Democrats in the city, when she talked about what she was running on, they wasn't with it.
No, Deej.
They wasn't with it because they don't want to.
Was she in it for 30 days, Deej?
Nothing.
Was she in it for 30 days?
She ran for two campaigns.
So how long is that? Educate me. I don't know nothing about that.
So you run. She ran every,
so how long was
every
that,
2 years.
Mathematically,
she ran
30 days, 60 days, 90 days?
You don't run that long.
Know.
You run while the campaign is coming on.
Answer my question. You're very intelligent. Answer my question.
So
how long
I guess you
do
the work before the campaign, maybe 6 months to a year before the campaign.
That was her fucking job.
What are you talking about?
She was a politician.
She wasn't a politician. So she never won.
But she did it for 6
she
months
didn't
to
win,
a year.
You know why? These politicians in the city blackballed
But she did it for 6 months to a
they
year.
Because guess what? They didn't want to run on education
do the
and
same
fixing
thing.
the community. They want to run on gentrification and BS.
But don't you want to change? Sam Cooke, change gonna come.
It
will.
Do you see how you cut me off?
No,
you think that these politicians in this city, the way you cut me off, that's exactly what they would do. That's exactly how they do. And that's exactly why nobody like me will never be a politician, because I'm not trying to hear none of that.
See, but you can't rule with an iron.
I'm not.
You can't rule with an iron.
Americans rule with an iron fist. What are you talking about?
But we're not America. We're a part of America. You not Mother Nature. You not America.
Yes. Oh
you
my God.
Not
OMGEA.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
You know I'm trying to keep.
They'll never vote.
You know what I give these
the
therapy.
people will vote for me, but the politicians.
I give these
therapy. Me out of here in 10 days.
These got Tourette syndrome.
I'm not trying to hear nothing.
But she just don't. She do outbursts. She got Tourette. She just don't do the. She don't do the elbow part.
No, I got realistic syndrome.
All right, whatever. You got it.
Realistic, honesty syndrome.
Ooh,
not with the BS syndrome. And never going to change my stance for no matter what nobody says.
Hey, Niecy Pooh, listen. I know what I'm doing. She need therapy. She angry.
All black people in America need therapy. You kidding me?
Listen, y'all.
We suffer from post-traumatic
slavery disorder. Her new name is
disorder.
Khadijah Africa.
Are you serious?
Khadijah Africa in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Go look that up. Dr. Joy DeGruy. Dr. Joy DeGruy, PhD.
Nope. I don't want to be a player no more.
Post-traumatic slavery disorder is what black people in America suffer from today. And that ain't me. That's a PhD.
No, that's true.
Saying these
things. That's what they say. Well, that's what they say. But you ain't believe when I told you what they said when I read. You ain't like that.
What?
That we will never be dominant in society because we lack whole brain thinking.
No, because we won't kill nobody. We won't kill people off like they do. That's why we will never be dominant in society. They not dominant in society because they smart. They dominant in society because they're savages.
What would you do? Have you had a chance to take 20 of the guys that just carjacked the women, and you got to make the punishment?
Well, I wouldn't want to punish them. I would want to teach them
what would
something.
you do? Not punish. What would you teach them?
I would teach them how my father was an architect, and he came from South Philly.
I would slap the shit out of every last one of them, first of all. Nope, right down the line like work.
Of course you would.
Chicago PD.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Of course you would slap them.
Yup, because
they been
first
getting
of all,
slapped. They
that's Basil mom.
They
that's
not
Johnny.
Of that.
That's Johnny's sister.
That's what they're used to, EA.
That's Abdul's wife.
Black people is used to getting beaten and abused.
That was Sister Khadijah Sams' niece.
Did you ever see the young man the sister, she Muslim sister, her son got killed? And when she got in the courtroom, she went up to the boy and she said, "I don't hate you." She said I love
That's
you. Listen, she said I love you. She said because we don't love each other enough. Now I could be angry and hate you, but that's not going to do nothing for me. I would prefer to love you because we're always going to be connected.
I get it, Miss Tyler Perry.
All right, so listen. So don't go there with me.
All right, write the story.
I can't stand
She gotta
him.
learn.
He's so fucking working.
Look, she just came out with the brand new Dr. Dre original album. She came out with the Khadijah Sams version. Then she just ended it. Look, she ended it the last 10 minutes. Yeah, see.
Well, let my people go.
I asked her, what would she do with 10 of the carjackers?
I feel like we need, of course we need structure, but you have to show love to people in order for them to change.
All right, let me rephrase it then real quick. Well, I got a chance. They're going to respect you for showing love? They're not going to stop them from doing. All right, this is what I would like to do.
It depends on the individual.
All right, if I know the person and they put the call in, I'm going to sucker punch one of them in the bridge of their nose.
Go sucker
punch their eye. Young boy, come here, young boy. Bang!
Go there,
sucker punch him in the bridge of his nose. I want to block his eyes. If you did that to somebody, mom I know, sister I know, niece I know.
I'm not condoning that. I don't think that's right. I'm not saying that. I'm not condoning no shit.
Taking the will for what?
The thing is, I'm not condoning it. What I'm saying is, you have to get to the bottom of it. You have to get to the problem.
I don't like that carjacking our women. Listen, I mind my business.
It starts somewhere.
But don't be carjacking our sisters, man.
Don't
be carjacking our women, man.
Don't carjack people, period.
No. I mean, because it's happening.
And don't be taking people property for $10,000 and making it $400,000 and pushing them out their communities and having all their school closed.
Eminent domain is what she's saying.
And that's the politicians. They put that in there. They kick you out.
No, that's a real estate law.
So
that's a real estate law.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, in the 70s, they said black people was thriving in Philadelphia. They was thriving. They had good jobs. They were almost making way more money than anybody else in this city. And
I'm not on that black and white and all that.
It's not black.
Hispanic,
why? They are every day.
Boricua, I'm Asian. I'm not on that. I'm for America. The land of the free.
The land of the
everybody,
free?
You, me,
free.
Brother, sister. You, my brother, no matter if you white. No matter if you motherfucker style. No matter if you.
I can't stand him. I bang with anybody that bang with me. But I bang with anybody that bang with me. But you got to be real, though. I'm not going to tiptoe around what I believe in.
Khadijah, Africa.
Khadijah, North America.
Khadijah, Africa. You better watch her. Cause don't play with her. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Don't play with it. 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 Don't play with it.
Because you gonna get some facts and statistics out of me. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Yeah, no, but
I ain't condoning the kids doing crimes, but I do believe.
Stop being angry.
I'm angry at the whole situation.
I know, but I'm just saying, you got chill. Yo, you needed some tea.
No, I don't.
Like 30 minutes ago, you did. You needed some. What's my favorite tea? Chai tea from Wawa.
Malcolm X came back inside of me.
Oh my goodness.
He wasn't trying to hear none of that.
B2G shows on Wednesdays. Pop up. I think 6 to 7. Pop up. You can get real radical.
No, this willpower. We can get real
stand radical
like this and
right
all that. Here.
You can stand like this. You can get real crazy. You can listen.
That's all show.
You could do you. You know what I mean? See, I'm not going back in the day, and I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm not. No, my change been came. Listen, when I used to walk to Morris E. Leeds Middle School with holes in the bottom of my sneakers.
Really, we do have to take accountability, but we also have to understand why things are happening. Why are these things happening?
Cause
soon as they start, listen, no, because I watched the. You should watch the.
Listen. You can't throw our people off with
you. Watch the Pennsylvania Cable Network. Go on there. I swear. Go on there and listen to.
These look.
You gotta go on there, but you gotta go on there and listen to the politicians.
They having a side lady conversation. Look, she's gonna be a politician. I'm just narrating the story. Go ahead, finish.
But they have politicians on there, and they do statistics. Like they had one on there talking about Philly and how the crime.
You're gonna be
how the crime rate started.
What would you rename it? If you could rename the politicians and be honest and all that stuff you want to be, what would you name it?
What?
You gonna be it. You gonna be that, John. I'm telling you.
You
is getting you. How many
the
signatures you need?
politicians
5,000.
gave statistics on when the crime start going back up real bad here. But what I'm saying is they gave statistics on when all of the crimes start going back up real high when it started.
Yeah.
They literally gave you statistics about what started happening. So if you would, and then they definitely said they definitely put gentrification in there when our neighborhood started.
Well, yeah, everything was a project.
Homes start.
Yeah, I ain't
We're
blaming.
not blaming them.
Yes, you are. You're blaming.
Listen, it's
you're
not blame.
blaming
It's
our
the politicians,
cousins.
not them.
They
Closed the schools down, though.
Politicians is our cousins.
But we can't teach our own kids what we want to teach them.
Yes, you can.
No, you
Homeschool
cannot.
them.
You still got to, in order for them to get
no parent I know want their kids home. Go to school.
I know people that
Get out of
homeschool
there.
their kids, but you still have to. They still have to learn the indoctrination of education in America. You cannot just not. In order for them to get a diploma in this state, they got to learn this stuff. You can teach them all that on the side, but if they're gonna get a degree or diploma, you got to teach them the indoctrination of this country. That's just the bottom line.
No, I get it. Oh, say, can you see?
This one. He is so annoying.
By the dawn's early light,
and then you gonna sing
was
that.
so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, who brought stripes and bright stars. I'm trying to think if I remember that, John.
I don't want to.
They proved that the flat night that our flag was still there.
Sing the second verse.
Oh, say the stars stand up.
Kill those Africans.
Hey, hey.
Such an ass.
For the land and the freedom, motherfucker. And the home of the brave.
Don't end it right there. No. Sing the next verse.
Doing.
No, sing the next verse.
I don't know the rest.
That's the next verse. Is talking about kill the Africans. Sing that verse.
Kill the motherfuckers.
Yeah, sing the verse that they was kneeling for, because that wasn't the verse they was kneeling for. They was kneeling about the next verse, the verse that they said kill us.
Keep your willpower.
Get out of here.
Don't be mad.
See y'all next week on WillPower
Don't
UnSurfaced.
be mean.
I'll be back mad and angry.
Don't be mean, okay? Bye-bye, motherfucker.
And speaking the truth.